Good morning, guys. It's quite unusual presentation for our sales gallery because we're not presenting a project in UAE today. We're presenting the project in the Swiss Alps. See, when you hear the numbers like 7% capital appreciation in average in the past 10 years, or when you hear the numbers like 5 to 7% return of investment, what comes to your mind? You're probably thinking that I'm talking about downtown Dubai or any other area in Dubai. But in fact, I'm talking about Europe project, about the project in the heart of Switzerland and in the heart of Swiss Alps. That these numbers are shown in the study by UBS, Union Bank of Switzerland. They showed that the highest capital appreciation in the Swiss Alps and in Alps in general was in Andermatt. It's a small village in the heart of Switzerland. And there is a reason behind this success of Andermatt in the past 10 years. And the main reason is the history of Andermatt. Andermatt used to be the most prestigious ski resort in the Alps back in 18th century and 19th century. But after that, what happened is that Andermatt is strategically located on the main highway roads, and you can reach from Andermatt, you can reach in 1.5 hours maximum. Basically, I reached in 1 hour, 10 minutes to Zurich airport. And then you can reach in 2 hours, you can reach Milan airport. Because of the strategic location and because of the easy access to main highway roads and to the main airports in the area, what happened is that it was a strategic location, so the Swiss government have placed a military garrison in the Andermatt. It was there since 1960s, and they removed that garrison only in 2005. There was more than 15,000 military people based in Andermatt. So because of this fact that the Andermatt was a military base, the tourism and the ski destination as Andermatt was not existing in full. But since they removed the military garrison from the Andermatt in 2005, the area started emerging. So basically, there is more than 5 or almost 6 billion Swiss francs was invested in the Andermatt since 2005. That is the reason behind the success of Andermatt in the past 10 years. Because that's the reason behind the unprecedented success. When you hear the numbers like 2-3% rental return in the Europe, you consider it very high. 7 to 8% is considered good for Dubai, but for Europe, it's extremely good. So that is the reason when you hear that, you can't believe that you can have something like that in Europe. And you do have that in Andermatt. So basically, we have a huge company, which is called Swiss Alps AG, who has invested more than 6 billion since 2005. They built hotels, they built the golf courses, they built full ski infrastructure in Andermatt. And that investment keeps coming to Andermatt. And recently, last year, the Swiss Alps AG have sold all the ski slopes to biggest ski slope operator in the world, which is an American company called Vail Resorts. That's the biggest operator for ski resorts, for luxury ski resorts in the world. And as per the agreement, American company Vail Resorts have to invest 110 million Swiss francs in the coming 3 years in the Andermatt ski infrastructure. That all says that the area and the Andermatt in general is an emerging destination. Because when you invest in the areas like St. Moritz or Gstaad, which are already super premium and super prestigious, your investment potential becomes linked to the market. If market goes up 10%, your investment will go up 10%. But when you invest in the emerging destination that is having potential to become more premium than it is today, then that's when your investment goes up along with the area getting developed and along with the market going up. And that is what's happening in the Andermatt, because in the few years from now, you will not recognize the place. So you will have St. Moritz, Gstaad, and Andermatt at the same level. The reason behind that is that, see, when we're talking about the ski destination, the one of the most important criteria is the snow flow level. I've been to Andermatt, I've been to St. Moritz and Gstaad in the same week, last week. And when I went to St. Moritz, the snow flow level was like 40 centimeters. When I went to Gstaad, it was even lower than that. At the same week, I went to Andermatt, the snow flow level was 170 centimeters. So basically, that is the reason behind having the Andermatt as a ski destination, as a luxury ski destination throughout the winter, from early November till late April, which is a very important criteria for the ski destination, that you have a real natural snow throughout the winter. And that is the case for Andermatt. You might be wondering, why are we launching Andermatt Swiss project here in UAE, here in Dubai? The thing is that you are all brokers and you have clients who are buying here in UAE, and you are all, mashallah, very successful in that. But the same clients that buy from you here in UAE, you should not, don't make mistakes. They're not buying only in UAE. The same client of yours, they're buying in Europe as well, in their home countries. They're diversifying their investment. But those deals are passing by you because you're not making any money, because you're not offering them anything in Europe. You're not offering them anything in Alps in specific. So this is an opportunity for you guys to offer your clients to diversify their portfolio. They can invest here in UAE and make a beautiful capital appreciation, make a good rental return. At the same time, they can do the same thing in Switzerland. They can do the same thing in Andermatt. In general, as I said, Andermatt is already a very beautiful destination. I suggest you all, next time you visit Switzerland, go to Andermatt and check the ski infrastructure. The views you get in Andermatt is amazing. I've never seen anything like that in my life. And the amount of snow you have in Andermatt, you can't have it anywhere. Officially, Andermatt has the highest snow flow in the whole Switzerland, because it's located between few mountains. So basically, and it's located at the altitude of 1,460 meters. So basically, you have the snow, minimum 1 meter of snow throughout the winter. The project is designed in collaboration with A++ Swiss company. A++ is one of the biggest developers for luxury projects, luxury property in Switzerland. They are actually a worldwide company. They've designed many projects around the world. They've designed here in UAE the very first 50 buildings in Dubai Marina back in 1997 was designed by the A++. So A++ act in UAE as an architecture and interior design company, but back in Switzerland, they act as a developers and construction company. So they've designed the very first 50 buildings in Dubai Marina. They've designed all the buildings up to the mid and low-rise buildings in Dubai Creek Harbor. All the buildings up to G+16 was designed and the architecture was done by A++. Back in Switzerland, they are one of the biggest construction and development companies. So this project is done in collaboration with A++. They will be acting as a construction company and architecture is done by them as well. The project is not a renovation of old building. We demolish the building that is located in that place and we build it from scratch, from zero ground. This is one of the first projects that is done in a collaboration with the ELIE SAAB. In terms of ELIE SAAB is our partner. It's not a collaboration in terms of that we pay them for the brand name or something. They are our partners in this project. That's the reason they have actually participated in the interior decor, in the architecture. They've done it the way that the project is representing the lifestyle of ELIE SAAB. Okay, as I said, that the project is representing a unique lifestyle of ELIE SAAB. They are our partners in this project, so they're participating in the project from A to Z. The location, as I said, the location is the best part of this project because to reach from Zurich airport to St. Moritz or Gstaad will take you 3.5 to 4 hours. To this project, you can reach in 1 hour, 10 minutes. Maximum, it can take you 1.5 hours. The same from the Milan airport. It took me 2 hours and 15 minutes to reach from Milan airport to Andermatt. This is one of the slopes. You have 180 kilometers of the ski slopes around Andermatt. And one of the ski slopes is coming all the way from 3,000-meter mountain, coming down by this. You're coming down by the ski and you arrive right next to the project. So it's a ski in and ski out project. Ski in and ski out hotel and residences. When I say that the project is an amazing ski destination, it doesn't mean that there is nothing to do in summer. That's the beauty of Andermatt, because it's a summer and winter resort. Because in summer you have a world-class championship golf course in Andermatt. And you have the hiking activities, you have the biking activities. I'll show you all that later on. This is what I'm talking about. You have 18 restaurants in the luxurious restaurants upstairs in the ski resorts. As I said, Andermatt is located in the heart of Switzerland. By the way, Andermatt was one of the destinations, one of the locations where the Switzerland came to existence. Around 800 or 900 years ago, the agreement between few areas in Switzerland was signed in Andermatt. There is an agreement in museum. As I said, you have the luxury retails, you have the concert halls, golf courses, train station is right next to our project, the Michelin star restaurants, the ski schools, ice skating, museums, paddle courts, tennis clubs. So it's not only a winter resort destination, it is also a summer destination. Within the project itself, we'll have 2 restaurants. One is gonna be on the ground floor for dining. Most probably it's gonna be a beef bar, but we're still waiting for the confirmation. And for the full day dining and breakfast, we're most probably gonna have the Cipriani Dolce. The architecture is representing the mountain lifestyle. A very beautiful architecture is done by A++ in collaboration with ELIE SAAB themselves. Actually, if you go to the location, you will see a building which is more or less similar architecture already existing there. That building we're demolishing. There is 3 buildings. One of them is demolished already. The other 2 we demolish after the snow goes a little down. End of March most probably, and we build them from scratch. The project is not only having the mountain views. Right next to the project you have a beautiful river. So you will have river and mountain views. So 90% of the apartments are having a river and the mountain view. This is how the project would look like. So basically you have a hotel building. This is going to be a hotel building. The project is offering 21 hotel rooms in the building number H, and then we have 3 more buildings which are coming within 19 apartments. And the apartments will be operated by the Post Hotel as well. These are the residential apartments. As I said, the interior architecture is done by A++ in collaboration with ELIE SAAB, and ELIE SAAB actually participated in every single detail of this project. So you have the natural oak wood everywhere inside the project. You have the Calcutta gold marble everywhere. So basically the finishings are one of the most luxurious finishings in the entire world. The projects or the units are coming with the natural fireplaces. So these are the fireplaces with the natural woods actually inside the apartment. These are some of the interior designs for the bedrooms. Again, the bathrooms are gonna be finished with the Calcutta gold marble and the natural oak wood. This is some of the interior designs for the for the bedrooms. So you will have the bathtub inside the bedroom in some of the apartments. For the amenities and facilities, this is how the lounge zone would look like. The restaurants, as I mentioned, will have one for the dining and one for full day. As you can see that the interior for the facilities, amenities, for the finishings inside the apartment is representing the mountain lifestyle. We're gonna have 2,500 square meters of the spa and the recreation zones where you're gonna have a ski simulator this way, which is a very nice one. I tried it recently. You're gonna have a yoga places, 2 swimming pools, a spa zone, and all these facilities can be used by the residents of the apartments as well, not only the hotel, free of charge. This is how one of the swimming pools would look like. You have actually few apartments which are coming with their own sauna and steam rooms. This is how the gym would look like. Ski simulator, as I said. You also have a ski lounge. So the ski lounge will be used as a ski lounge during the winter and as a hiking and biking lounge during the summer. So the way it works is that you use your own apartment, you live there, let's say a month or 2, and you have pictures of your kids, you have your clothes, you have your stuff everywhere inside the apartment. By the time you leave and give your keys, give your apartment for the hotel operator to rent it out, they take a video how everything is located, they take your stuff, they store it safely in the storage. Each apartment comes with a storage room which is air conditioned, the temperature level is controlled, the humidity is controlled. So they put all your stuff in those storages, and by the time you come back, they put everything the way it was there. So like you didn't even leave the apartment. So every time you come to your own apartment, it's like it was never rented. It's like it's your own apartment where you live and you have all your pictures of your kids and all your stuff in place. That is the way it's gonna be operated in this project. This is, as I said, how the project looks like. You have a beautiful river downstairs. These are some water features on the backyard of the project. Okay, finishing materials, as I said, you have the natural oak wood, you have the Calcutta gold marble. So the finishing materials that we have in this project, it's very difficult to find any other project around the world with the same level of finishing that we have in this project. We'll share with you guys after this presentation, we'll share with you all the materials, you can see it for yourself. Okay, the floor plans. These are the storages that I was showing you earlier. So every apartment comes with a storage room that is going to be air conditioned, the humidity, the temperature, everything is going to be controlled. So all your stuff is going to be safely stored in the project. We only have 19 apartments. Usually I don't go through the layouts on the presentations because it's boring, but the floor plans here are very beautiful and they're very smartly made. So it's only 19 units and every single apartment comes with a unique floor plan. And most of the units are having the river and mountain views, both river and mountain. So you have a river over here. How to understand the layout? So as I said, you have 4 buildings. 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4. So you have 4 buildings. So the first part is showing which building the unit is located in. The second part is showing where exactly the unit is located inside that building. And the third one is showing the level, the floor where the unit is located. So as you could see, this is a 1-bedroom apartment, 102 square meters. And all the windows are overlooking the river and the mountain. This one is a 2-bedroom duplex apartment where you have your sauna downstairs, sauna and steam room. You have the kitchen and living area with a double height ceiling. And you have 2 bedrooms upstairs with a mountain view. This is a 1-bedroom apartment, 122 square meters, which is about 1,350 square feet. All the windows in this unit again are overlooking the river and the mountain. I will share with you the layouts. Basically, all the layouts are very smartly made, and most of the units are having the view of the river and the mountain. What I wanted to show you here is that some of the units are coming with a very beautiful feature, which is a jacuzzi bathtub. So basically, the way it works is that you have a door over here, a window you could say, and then you have another door over here. So when you want to use your jacuzzi bathtub over here, you open this window, you come to the jacuzzi, you close this one, and it looks like you are outside actually. So you have a hot bathtub, a jacuzzi bathtub, and open view to the river and the mountains. And you enjoy it the way that you are outside the apartment. The same way in this one, it's a duplex 3-bedroom apartment. This is a 1-bedroom with a jacuzzi bathtub, the one I showed you. And then the most important part is that, see guys, in this project, we only have 19 units, and we're not selling a property here, we're selling a dream. We take a dream of the person and put a price tag on it. When you put a price tag on the dream, people want to know that they're buying a dream, but they don't want to throw away their money. That is the reason, after studying the Andermatt, we actually ordered the study from a company. We ordered the study to understand the rental return. The average occupancy in Andermatt is above 46% throughout the year. Is 46%. So what we done is that if it will be 46 or above, we're gonna have more than 7% rental return. So what we done is that we took the minimum. With the minimum occupancy that's possible, you will get 5%. So we guarantee that in the contract. We guarantee 5% in the contract, but that doesn't mean that you will be only getting 5%. You will be getting more than that. But the minimum that we guarantee is 5% as per the contract. So when we put a price tag on the dream, it doesn't mean that you're throwing your money away. It's the best investment you can make in Europe. If you have 3% rental return in Europe, it's already considered very high. But we have 5% guaranteed and more than 7% rental return expected. That's out of all the charges, after the 30% of hotel operator charges, after the condominium charges, you're getting clearly 5% guaranteed. And then most probably it's gonna be even above that. So it's a good opportunity for you and for your investors to actually diversify their portfolio. They're used to these rental returns and to the capital appreciation that I was sharing with you earlier, 7% average constantly over the past 10 years. There was years where it was more than 22%. From 21 to 22, the capital appreciation was 22%. So basically, constantly, on average, you have 7.5% capital appreciation in the Alps. And considering that the Andermatt is an emerging destination, and considering the amount of investment Andermatt is expecting in the next 3 years, these numbers are going to be even higher than that. So when we calculate the rental return today and the return of investment from the rental return, we are taking current market. But considering the investment and considering that Andermatt is actually an emerging destination, we expect after 3 years, 2.5 years, the project is going to be completed after 2.5 years. We expect it to be even higher than that. In regards with the payment plan is going to be 60% during construction and 40% on handover. So you pay 20% down payment. We can split it into two, 10% and 10% in 2 months. And then you pay every 6 months, you pay 10% and 40% on handover. And then the registration is going to be done after 20% is paid, which means that, so here in UAE, to register the property, to get the deed, you pay 4%. In Switzerland, you pay 1.1%. So 1.21.1%, and you get your title deed, which they call right to purchase actually. We have a special guest today, a chairman and managing director of A++, Paolo Colombo. If you don't mind, can you say a few words? This is Paolo Colomba. He is one of the smartest and most creative people I've ever met in my life. Actually, he's Elon Musk of Switzerland, in fact.
Thank you to everyone to be here. And thank you, Helmut, for the words. That is not really good and really. Andermatt is a place where I was working from 12 years. I invested my first money when I changed my residences between Italy and Switzerland. I find that this is a place because it's very, very close to Lugano, the place where I live, Zurich, the place where we have office, and it is really in the middle of Swiss, remaining like, let's say, depressing areas, because all the Swiss, considering the Gotthard mountain, the place where the Swiss are born 1,000 years ago. For that reason, was during the Cold War and during the First and the Second War, completely full of military, and was a very, very big military base. You know, Swiss is a neutral country, but full of military to maintain this neutrality. After the Cold War, Andermatt was in depressed condition, and thanks to Mr. Sawiris and with Sawiris' family, that he decided to invest to create a new destination. Andermatt from 2005 until now, growing in the way that there is no comparison in all Switzerland. Today, like what Red says, is considering the number 5 of the most good destination in all Switzerland, and still emerging destination. By 2027 will be for sure a full destination. Then what Red said is the reality. Today, if I consider in the price of St. Moritz or Schnodd or Verbier, is minimum 20-30% down, and on top, this place is the most important location in Andermatt. Then it is like that you buy in downtown Dubai, close to Burj Khalifa, when was not built the Burj Khalifa, let's say. After that, very important to say that it is a place where there is more snow than all the other villages in Switzerland. Then if you go, and we was together with some weeks ago, if you go there, you will see today 1 meter fresh snow into the village. And if you compare with, I don't know, Cremona, Verbier, St. Moritz, where we have 20, 10 centi, it's completely different. Why? Because this valley, these areas, is very close. Then you have the mountain very close to the village. This means that you have not a lot of sun during the day, but you keep, in the winter time, but you keep really snowing that give you the possibility to ski every day during the winter time. Another very important point that I don't know if you say, that this location is a ski in, ski out. Then you arrived and you go directly from this location into the gondola, and you arrived straight on from the slope to the hotel. Then it's another very, very important point that gave me 5 years ago, where we bought the land. that this is the most beautiful place in all the village. After that, thank you to be here, and hope the project will be very successful for you and for your client and investor. Thank you for now.
Thank you, Mr. Paolo, and thank you guys for coming. We'll be conducting this presentation every week on Wednesday. The launch is going to happen right after Ramadan, but we already take the EOI. The way it works is that you submit the EOI, you submit the client profile without any contact details, but we need to know the client profile. We take it to the committee. We have a committee with ELIE SAAB and ELIE SAAB Junior. They have to approve the client, and then they want to control the quality of residents in this building. So basically, we are accepting EOIs already, and the starting prices are going to be starting around 11 million dirhams. The price is going to be fixed in Swiss currency, which is Swiss francs, and the starting price in Swiss francs is 2.69 million Swiss francs. The payment plan, as I mentioned, is 60% during construction, 40% on handover, and handover is happening 30 months from now, so end of 2027. Any questions, guys? The service charges are going to be 205 dirhams per 205 Swiss francs per square meter, but the 5% that we guarantee after deduction of the service charges, so that's the net 5%. Minimum 5%, actually it's going to be even higher than this deal. With the taxes, yes. Yes. Yes, you have to pay taxes. The taxes on the rental income is 10 to 20%, depends on the client's profile and depends where he actually lives. If you are a resident here in UAE, if you're residents in Italy, for example, the taxes in Italy higher than in Switzerland. You have to pay the Swiss taxes and then you have to pay the difference. But when you live in UAE, the taxes are going to be around 10%, and we're going to be assisting you with the lawyer assistance to manage the taxes free of charge.